Good morning, traders, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at Norwegian Cruise Line's ticker symbol is NCLH. A community member in the comments asked for me to review this one, so I'm happy to do so. So, similar to what we have on Carnival Cruise Lines, we had this massive drop and this 5-year consolidation which has formed this wedge. Now, I want to be mindful of the bottom line, which has acted as support. So we've had 8 touch points. You had one here, here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is very, very strong support. However, the more it hits, it gets weaker and weaker. So as long as we stay above the midline of the wedge and towards the top, we're in good shape. But I would be concerned if it were to get lower and trace back down here, and I would be very mindful of this zone. So I just want to put that on watch, okay? Just because, again, the more you hit a trend line, the weaker and weaker it gets. It's amazing that it's held up so long, which gives you confidence that as it gets through here, it's likely done as well. So that's why I said if it retraces, comes back down, just be cautious. Okay, so what do we have? Where are we at today? So let's look at that. So here's kind of what I'm seeing on the charts. I'm seeing a inverse head and shoulders, and let me show you what I mean by that. So you have, actually it's right here, yep. So we have that, right? You have this move here, through there, touching there, and so you have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let me draw it out for you guys. Where are you? Why can I not find it? Okay, he's being, oh, there we are. Okay, so here we go. So left shoulder, right, head, and then right shoulder. There we go. So we have that. We had a false breakout. Then we had a move back down under it, and we had this kind of bear trap, if you will, and then we had this massive candle. Then we gapped up, we came back, we retested it, and from there we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, we've had 6 up days. So we're coming into a 7-day time count. So the daily chart looks like it's close to being not extended, but ready to likely have a pullback. The weekly chart looks obviously amazing. You had the weekly breakout on it, and then you have a confirmation this week. So really love the price action here. Let me go back to the daily and let me show you kind of what I'm looking at. So if we get continued movement on this into next week, like on Monday, say, where could this potentially kind of top out? Oh, what's nice too is we just filled this gap right here, so that's nice. So we just filled that today. So we could retreat from here based on that gap fill, or we can come up and make this final move kind of up to this 2280 level. And then from there, what would I be looking for? Well, we broke out of this pivot top high right here, this fake out pivot top right there, right? So I would be looking for a move back down to this as the retest, which would be a perfect entry point. That would give us an amazing entry point. And then you'd have a secondary support, down here should it break lower. But I'd be cautious as it starts breaking down into this lower part of this wedge, as I had mentioned. So you really want it to hold here because it's closer to the midpoint. And we do have this breakout. We have the weekly breakout. We have good buy volume, but really nice buy candles here. Although look at RSI. So we're starting to get extended. We're starting to get overbought. Sorry, and then it still obviously has room to run. It can run much higher, but typically 80. If you look back at the chart, this 80 range has had some turning points. You went as high as 89 when it was really, really hot back here. So you definitely have some room to run, but I would be cautious of this pullback. You're close to that 7-day time count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So 7-day, maybe on Monday we get that pierce up here. We get that kiss. You look for that retrace. If you're day trading it, you could, potentially that's an entry for a put or a short with a tight stop, obviously. But that's day trading, right? We're here talking about swing trades. So I would wait for this pullback to this $20 low $20 region. Secondary area would be down here for a dollar cost average. That's how I'll be playing it. I like this chart. I like this setup. I have my 2 levels here, and I'd have probably, if it breaks down in here, it's likely coming back down here, and then bad stuff will happen. So, but I don't think that's going to happen. You have the market acting like it's acting, doing really well. You have its competitors, RCL, for instance, massively. Look at this. In literally 2 months, from April 2025, we put in a low of 165, and we've doubled. We've now doubled a 100% move, pretty much in a straight line, which is absolutely incredible, right? And then you have CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines, which I just did an analysis on, and you can find that in the previous to this video that I'm posting. And you have a really nice looking Adam and Eve with, again, 5 years of bullish consolidation. So you have this bullish Adam and Eve. Again, way to play this. You can go back and watch the video, but you'd want to wait for that breakout, and then you'd wait for that retrace into this zone area. So I like both CCL and I like Norwegian Cruise Lines, NCLH, which we just looked at. Thank you again to the community member who pointed this out. Really, really nice find. I like it. I like the setup, and that's how I play it. Again, no financial advice given, only educational information for educational purposes, and to kind of show you what I'm doing with my own personal trades and my own strategy, and ultimately teach. I want to definitely educate everyone in terms of how to look at charts, what to look for, how to play swings, how to enter a position, where to put your stop losses, all that good stuff. And as you guys know, if you've been following the channel, I'm bringing you all this to you in live time, real time, as I as I find these opportunities in the market, so that we can all make a lot of money along the way. And if you've been following my charts and my analysis, it's a newer channel, only about a month old, but I'm doing 2 or 3 a day, trying to really get you guys really good information in a timely fashion, so that you can take advantage of this market and turn volatility into profits. That's what it's all about. Clip those singles and doubles and keep stacking. All right, guys, until the next one, show me some love, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Can't thank you guys enough. Take care. Bye.